Hello everyone and welcome back to Forge Core Gaming. I'm your host Phoenix, and today we have a quick update with some leaked info on the recently revealed Flight Blades. Information has just made its way out of CIG confirming that the aptly named Flight Blades will in fact be used to tune certain flight characteristics of the ships they're installed on. So let's dissect that. Which aspects of flight characteristics could we actually tune, and at what cost? Because tuning generally implies trade-offs where you gain something and then you give something, which would make for some interesting dynamics when setting up your ship to better suit your flying style. Now, we're going to suspend realism and practicality for a few minutes and venture solely into the realm of speculation, as we assume that all flight characteristics are on the table. Now, if we think broadly enough, we could likely very roughly categorize all flight characteristics into two subcategories, those being your straight line velocities, and by virtue of relation, your ability to interrupt straight line velocities, and your maneuverability as being related to your strafing speeds and responsiveness, plus your pitch, yaw, and roll capabilities. Now, I really don't expect us to be able to augment things like our SEM speed in the current version of the flight model, which centers around master modes, but let's pretend CIG has thought this out and is kind of using Flight Blades as T0 of the transition over to the new flight model we've all heard rumors about. So if we entertain the idea that we can improve our straight line velocities in SEM mode, what would be the cost? Well, off the top, I think it would be safe to assume that we would experience a reduced ability to slow down or brake by a roughly proportional amount. So, though you potentially increase your top speed, making ships like the Starlancer series of ships from Misk much more enjoyable to fly, you would also have to get off the gas and start decelerating at a much earlier time. And I may be drowning myself in hopium here, but it would be really cool if we could toggle these tunes on and off, similar to how we switch from SEM to nav mode with the push of a button. But again, that may just be delusion. On the other side of the coin, let's say you have a really fast ship. Could you trade some of your primary thruster power over to your retro or auxiliary thrusters to help improve your strafing capabilities? I think that would add some serious depth to things like racing. So you could, in a more bespoke manner, build and tune your preferred racer to meet your specifications. Another cost to tunes like these could, of course, be power requirements and the likelihood that your components break. Kind of like overclocking computer components, yes, you can squeeze more performance out of them, but at the cost of reducing their overall lifespan. And then when engineering comes out, it would be prudent of crews to carry spare parts in addition to RMC canisters in order to replace or repair faulty components. Which, okay, in the current state of the game, this sounds like it would be a hassle in a lot of cases. But in future builds, when stability is improved, this could really make for some fun multi-crew gameplay. But let me know your thoughts on being able to tune your ship to fit your flying style or preferences. Do you think this is a good path for CIG to take? How confident are you that this will even work? What flight characteristics are you hoping to be able to adjust? Drop a comment and let me know. Also, if you enjoy Star Citizen content and appreciate this news break, consider subscribing as a free way to support the channel. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.